Hello, hello. We're streaming live on the YouTubes today. Kind of fun stuff. Just finished up one of my favorite calls, the business marketing planner, where we plan 3 months into the future. We get everybody ahead of their marketing. Just wrap that. And I wanted to do a presentation for everybody about some of the fundamentals in business and really about getting 10 times more out of your business. Does anybody use 10 times more revenue, 10 times more profit, not 10 times more headaches? So I wanted to go through this with everybody today and kind of give you guys a big overview of some of the systems and tools that we use and how to effectively do this yourself. I think it's important that you look to us to give you the systems and the tools that you need to be successful and not have to worry about all of the kind of things in the background. We deliver fully baked systems concepts, software as a service, so you can focus on your business, not on the background of the systems. And it's really important, if you know anything about what I always talk about, and if you've ever seen my pillars of success, it's really about making sure that you are we have these things we call pillars, and it's built on a foundation of systems, right? Bedrock, the systems. But you got to make sure in your business that you have things going, not just from a sales and marketing side, and that stuff's super important, but also internally, you got to make sure you take care of your people and your operations and your finances and your management. Those are all things that we constantly are helping business owners with. And if you know anything about me, Jonathan Munsell, the chairman and CEO for Pronto Wash, the founder and creator of Success Systems. I've been doing this since 2007. We launched Restaurant Success System, and we revamped it in the around 2011. Me and a buddy of mine did Biz Guys, which was awesome. And then finally, we rolled out, the entirety of the Success System brand with Detailer Insider Secrets, franchise Success Systems. And, and then I own my own companies. I own a whole bunch of them. And one of the ones that I own is a international franchise company called Pronto Wash. You can see some of that stuff behind me. And so now I talk to people not only about, kind of being the single operator business owner, but we have the ability to handle, 1 to 1,000 units. If you got more than 1,000, call me, we'll figure it out. But, everything that we do is highly scalable. It's designed to make the owners and the management team's lives easier so you can enjoy more quality time. You don't have to focus, every minute of the day trying to, beat the drum in your business to keep it going and operating. Your business should provide for you. So today I'm going to share my screen here, and we're going to go through a little bit of a presentation for you. So let's go. Okay, hopefully everybody can see that. And I'm going to start rolling. So Success Systems, obviously, like I said, it encompasses a lot of different components in different industries. We definitely are less niched than we ever have been. I've been fortunate. I've owned restaurants. I've owned cleaning companies. I've owned car wash and detailing companies. I've helped thousands of business owners in all kinds of different verticals, from construction, home repair, home services. So I have a really broad background. But the reality is that everybody thinks their business is different. They're really not. Okay. Fundamentally, at the end of the day, there's only 3 ways for you to increase your sales. You can get more new customers. You can get your existing customers to come more. You can get your existing customers to spend more when they come. Okay. So those 3 things are it. Most people focus on the new customers. It's important. But the reality is 2/3 of the equation are based off of your existing customer base already. So if you have customers, are you tracking numbers like their frequency, their transactions, their transaction size, the lifetime value we talk about? Those are metrics that are important. And it's ultimately, at the end of the day, you got to figure out how much you can spend to get a new customer that's profitable. And I would figure out how to do that to get new customers and then keep them forever. New customers, keep them forever. And the way that I think about that is is more like it's linear, I guess you would say. So I look at it, we call this the freedom formula. It was introduced to me many, many years ago. Everybody's familiar with kind of the marketing funnel, right? You pour a lot of stuff in the top and, it kind of shakes itself out and, you're popping stuff out the bottom. But that funnel is not really how business works. And the reality is that the funnel is not, it just doesn't end there, like at the transaction. Right. So there's a lot of this awareness stuff that you do, and you got to find people, you got to register them, so find is important. Say hi, Dave. So find is like critical, right? So you got to go out and get these people. There's many ways to do it. Direct mail, social media. You could be doing, blog posts. You could be marketing in trade journals. There's like a million ways on the front end, and the reality is that you should be doing some level of all of them if they're profitable. So if you can do it, you can measure it, you know that you're getting a return on your investment, you should be doing all of them. Like I talk about with direct mail, we find a campaign that works, buy more stamps. Okay. So, finding the people, and there's many, many ways to do it. If you have an existing brick and mortar business, way to find people is to look at your existing customers. And if you know where that they live and you know their neighborhoods or you know their addresses, you should assume that there's other people around them that are like them and they should be your customers too. On the internet, a great way to find them is through putting out ads. You can do lots of cool things. If you're savvy, you should absolutely have a Facebook pixel set up, a Google tag manager, anybody that touches your stuff, your sites, buttons, things like that, you can kind of put them into buckets. And the beauty is with the digital age, you can then take those people that are already transacting with you and you can go get a whole nother list of people that look like them. It's like the lookalike audience. So if you have 1,000 people that have come through your website and are your customers or looking to be your customers, you can go get 1 million people that are lookalikes to them. And imagine the effectiveness and the power that has, because they should, be similar to people that are already coming to your site. So it works really well. The register component is super important as well. Most people don't focus on the name capture side of it. And if you ever look at anything we do, I have restaurants, we always had, you go to a restaurant, you see the bucket sitting next to the cashier, and it's, put your business card in here, to win a free catering. Like, what is that all about, right? Are they just giving away free catering? In some cases, yes. I bought businesses that had the bucket, and I asked them what they do with the cards, and they're like, "Oh, we give away, a free catering every month." Okay, what do you do with the other cards? Oh, they're in the office. I'm like, okay, go get the cards, and give me them, because we're going to market to all these people, because they wouldn't put their name in the bucket if they didn't have, 10 people to feed. So, it's how you get the information and enter to win. Offer a loyalty program, rewards program, give them a form to fill out, give them a lead magnet, something that they can download and take with them, a free report, right? The 7 things, most detailers don't want you to know in the detail business. Those are things that you can get people to kind of register with you. And then in our world, like, we market to them until they buy or die. Like, that's it. Like, so if you're on this and you've registered, we want to do everything we can to make you successful and become a long-standing client. It's not even a customer. Most people think that you go out there and you're looking for a customer to get a sale. It's the opposite for us. We're looking for a sale so we can have a lifetime customer. So you got to register them. You got to know who your people are. Once you're registering people, you can do a lot of stuff with that information. So you can slice and dice and sort. And so the message that you deliver is engaging. So the next one is about engaging. You have to connect with people where they want to be connected to, when they want to be connected to, in the right medium. And some people are video, some people are audio, some people are print. And you got to do a mix of all of those things, but you have to engage them. You have to let them know what you're doing in your business. Send out a newsletter, communicate. Often people don't communicate enough. If you're not communicating to your customers at least 12 times a year, then it's not enough. You're losing them. And I'm telling you, if 12 works, 24 works better, 48 works better than that, the math is endless. The better you can communicate to your customers and engage them, And then once you've got them engaged, you need to encourage them. Encourage them to do what? You see a dollar sign in the middle there. Encourage them to buy. Give them reasons to buy. So most people want to list out all the, the features of a product. It's not that. Tell them the benefits, right? This is going to save you time. This is going to make you look better if you sell beauty products. It's, you have car care. It's going to make your car look better and you'll be the envy of the neighborhood. So keep that in mind. You got to really tell them the benefits. What's in it for me needs to be part of your, system and things like that at the end of the day. So we encourage them, right? And then once they actually do it and they buy, you need to deliver. And in our world, it's totally outrageous service. We want to deliver at the highest level possible. And why do we want to do that? Because we want them to become customers, clients for life. They become customers and clients for life. Then I've done my job, and they're going to go tell other people about it. So it's never ends, right? We want to then take those people and we want to do more with them, but we deliver. And then we go back and we circle back and we make them offers and we encourage them to come back. And then we maintain them forever, ever and ever. So that's like really fundamental that you guys understand that it's not this singular funnel of the old days. It's a process. So, one of the things is, how do you manage all of that, right? I just talked about, 7 different steps that you need to be managing with every single person that you interact with. How do you do that at scale? How do you end up with, a company like mine that has 300 locations around the world? Well, you got to be able to have systems in place to scale. Obviously, great people is important, but at the end of the day, we do it with a pretty limited amount of people. And we leverage technology out the yin yang. And the old days, it used to be a whole bunch of different systems rolled up into a system that kind of got us where we wanted to be as fast as we could get there at the time. Nowadays it's different. And there's lots of ways that you can connect with people, but we use a system that's, foolproof. Everything is inside it. And we constantly are making it better. The team works endlessly to do that. They support the people tirelessly. So you got to have good systems. So some of the systems that I think everybody should have, right? So if you're talking about awareness for your business, right? And I'm going to cover all of these, in the next couple slides, but right, you're trying to get people to be aware. You're trying to get them to, to pay attention to you. Well, obviously you got search visibility, right? You got to have, that SEO stuff. It's not a joke. And the thing is that I remember for a long time that, everybody used to beat on SEO, and then it went to paid ads, right? And I got to tell you, I'm a fan. I'm a pay to play guy. If I can spend money and I know the math works, then spend, double down, right? The old buy more stamps. Well, nowadays, even to get your ads placed and more effective, you got to have the SEO side because they want you to be relevant. So SEO is really back in the mix, really high. Word of mouth, excellent. Not a way to live on your business. Really hard to measure, by the way. But there's all kinds of directory sites, listings. There's over 100 of them that you can be listed on for free. So when people do a little bit of a search, in your neighborhood, my service near me, do you pop up? If not, go do it. Go put it in Google and see if your company pops up. And are you on the map? Right? Is it a business, a brick and mortar that they're going to come to? Is it on the map? If it's not on the map, you're pushed down to the second half of the page already. And nobody goes to the second page of Google, by the way. So if you're not on Google, whether with a placed ad, really good search engine optimization, so you're getting picked up in the organic, or you're in the map, which can be organic, and it's based on the quality of your reviews and your review scores and activity in your business. So that's really, really important. But if you're not there, you're now off the page, and there's a lot of choices before I get to page 2, which nobody ever goes to anyway. So those things, I'd go Google your business and see where you're landing and put a strategy together to move it up. Okay. Obviously social media, right? Big. It's everywhere. Everybody's on their phones. Everybody's connected, communicating. Well, you can do awareness campaigns. It doesn't have to be, hey, buy for me, buy for me, buy for me. You can do awareness campaigns. That awareness campaign, the beauty of it is if they're aware of it, and you have it set up right with a Facebook Pixel, Google Tag Manager, those things, well, guess what? You're registering them. You're getting a hold of them. You may not know their name, may not know exactly who they are, but they're on your list and you can communicate to them in other places, right? You ever get chased around the internet, remarketing? That's what it's called. Well, it's because your profile, you got a number, and they know that you like cat videos and, reading long, boring books. Okay. Well, guess what? Anybody that, else that's like them, they put them together and we can find you. Okay. So it's really, really cool. And that stuff is like not hard to do, not expensive, and it's all ties together. And we do all of this in one system. Next one is you want them to consider you, right? So now this is about them making a decision if they're going to actually buy from you. Well, guess what? People read reviews. Like people want, proof of concept, but they don't want to hear it from you. You can tell them you're the best, but they want to go and they want to look at what other people are talking about and saying about your business, right? You go and you look at, before you go out to eat, I hope you're looking at the reviews, because I don't want to go to some place that's a 1-star and, has health department, stuff said about it. I want to go to the place that's 5-star and everybody's raving about it. Another good one is video, right? If a picture is worth 1,000 words, video is 1,000,000. What do you see me do all the time? Video. One, it's super easy. It's like, oh, fire it up, hold my camera, hold my phone, whatever it is, and start talking. So video is huge. Video gets a lot of good traction because, everything is moving more video. You got the TikToks of the world and everybody's got their video platform. Video is huge, right? Look at YouTube. Look, if you're watching this on YouTube, here we are doing video. So, but do things with your video. Take your video and transcribe it. Now you have a written version. Take your video and put it into clips so people can consume it easier. So those are all important. Responsiveness. Are you responsive to people that are trying to do business with you? Right? I'm telling you right now, as I sit here, I have like bells and whistles and dingers and timers and things popping off because I'm constantly being kept informed about the activities inside of our business and with our customers. So what happens is somebody comes through, they register, and we send them an email. I know when they click the email and then they get to the next step. The next step, hey, they get greeted, they got a video of me, right? All of that lives inside of one system for us. And this is technology that's available. Ease of conversation, right? People want to communicate to you, right? If they're texting you, then keep them on text. If they're calling you, talk to them on the phone. Those are things that are important, but you got to make it easy. If they're on WhatsApp, do WhatsApp, whatever that is, Facebook Messenger, but you have to integrate all of these things into one thing. You're not going to sit there and have, 10 screens in front of you trying to manage all this stuff. If you can do it in one place. And obviously professionalism. And that's like the whole back end of Success Systems. We're always talking about, bettering your systems, bettering your techniques. And if nothing else, we are like professional, above board. I may swear like a sailor, but like other than that, I'm like really professional. I don't wear a shirt and tie as much anymore. And I think ties are pretty much dead after COVID. So next thing you need to be aware of, right? Like, can people purchase from you? And is that transaction easy? So I've gotten them this far. How do I get them to buy? Where's the buy button? And do I make it easy for people to buy? You want to borrow money from a friend. What do you say? Oh, Venmo me, PayPal, Cash App, right? Like, do you have some of those options available inside of your business? Can you like text somebody to buy? Like, if not, you're missing out, right? Do you have online payments? Do you have mobile payments? Are your leads funneled into that system so when they are ready to buy, whether it's day or night, they can do it? So super important. Another big piece of business, advocacy, right? This is where you get the other end is where you've now done a good job, you've managed your reputation, and you're on social media, you're doing all this cool stuff, and people start to share your information. Hey, you're looking for a great place to eat, go to this restaurant. Looking for, a great business platform, go to Success Systems, right? And then from there, you can get referrals and you can go back to people that purchased from you and ask them for those things. And again, testimonials, video, what a great way to put things on your website, to be able to share, hey, check out this great video I just got, some cute old lady, telling a story about your company. Like, those are things that move people. Another important factor is loyalty. Okay. We talk about the customer for life concept. That's huge. Like, do you have a rewards program? Are you able to track those things? Do you know the frequency of your customers? Do you know when they're not coming? Do you have a lost customer campaign? Do you have cold campaigns, right? Are you running a birthday promotion? Well, if you're running a birthday promotion for people that are already your customers, that's great. Why don't we run a cold one, meaning people that are not your customers? And why don't we do that? Why don't we run a new movers campaign for people that have come into, and moved into your neighborhood or into your neck of the woods, right? All of that stuff is designed to flow and become a loyalty, right? Where we're constantly adding into it. And we have a system that, like, every month, names are getting funneled through that, and everybody lands in the loyalty program. Everybody lands in the rewards program. Like, it's where they end up, and that does the heavy lifting in the end. That's where you're going to talk about your business. You're going to communicate offers. All of that stuff is really when you get these people. And loyalty, compared to anything else, is the most valuable thing. Loyal customers and people that are loyal to your brand are far more valuable than a one-off customer any day. So, are you able to send them reminders? Are you able to engage with them? You send them a birthday card and they haven't used it. Do you send them a message? Do you text them? Like, can you integrate all of those things so you don't have to do it? You build it. What's the old Ron Popeil, the rotisserie, set it and forget it. Well, the beauty of the technology and where the world is today is we can build these and we can set them up and they can run perpetually. And all of these things can be happening simultaneously without you having to worry about it. And you get some excellent reporting, and, you look at the data, make decisions. What lever am I going to pull to make my business better? And, and if you're in the service business, and service in general, I don't care what business you're in the service business, because you better be doing customer service. But, do you have a good place for people to get information? If you have a business that has recurring transactions, do you have this kind of login area? We talk about them as portals. We refer to them a lot, but a membership site, those types of things. Do you have platforms built in, integrated? So it's not like, oh, I'm going to put them into the portal. Let me go over to my other computer system. Right? Oh, I'm going to go do my accounting. Let me go to my other computer system. Is all of this stuff integrated? And that's the stuff that I want you guys to think about. Is if your business isn't, and you're constantly doing this back and forth, up and down thing, then, like, you're missing out. And you got to make it easy, and you should be really transparent with your customers and tell them, hey, this is what's going to happen. You're going to become a customer. You're going to love it as when you become a customer, and you're going to love us forever, because we're going to keep you informed. We're going to take care of you forever. And we're going to take care of your family and your friends and everybody, because that's how we are, and that's what we want to deliver. But you got to be able to do that easily, I guess, is the most important thing. So things to consider, right? Are you covering everything? Are you using print? Are you using search engine? Are you managing your presence? The internet of yellow pages, right? The yellow pages, that big book that short people used to sit on, that's a big one that you guys, and it's not, don't think of it as yellow pages anymore, but think about it, the online directories. When you're doing this, like, is your stuff impactful? And is it connected to the people? And I'm looking here, it's actually a sample of one of our clients' websites. Hey, he's got the phone number right there. A lot of people call him. A lot of people text him right underneath that. Want us to contact you? I can see it kind of at the bottom, right? He's got all this stuff integrated. It all lands in the same place for this person. Consideration for us is really about the conversations. And when we're thinking about it, these are pictures from our platform that we use, the Success System Hub, but, like, our conversations are integrated with everything. So messenger, email, text, all of that stuff happens in one place. So I can go in there, I can go and I can look at a record, and it's like always updating, right? I can go in and I can see the past history of everybody's conversation as well. So really important, and, like, that's what it looks like on their side. And then we can do links and trigger links, and, I can find out things by just the mere interaction with them, and I can do it all in one place really easily. And also, if I do something and I like it and it works, awesome. I can make it a template. I can drop pieces of other things that I've built over time into it, and I can do all kinds of cool stuff inside of our system. Right? Invoicing, how about invoicing? How about a payment link? Somebody just bought something, like, here you go. They just signed up and booked a service. They just got finished. Here's your payment link. Like that stuff is important. Make it easy, right? And can they pay any way that they want? Service, are you tracking your service? Do you have your memberships? Do you have this is where I was talking earlier about having this login portal, kind of area. Well, I figured out that in our system has funnels, websites, membership sites, forms, surveys, chat widget for your website, right? All your media assets, video and digital pictures, all that stuff are kept in there. You can even do URL redirects. So you can actually you can have a big URL and you can be like, okay, I want it to go to this URL, and it manages all of that. And that's just in one little step. And if you look there, there's a whole bunch of steps along the side, right? That's just in the one that says sites. That's all you can do in one section. But one of the things I figured out was, wait, we have these portals that, we can use to deliver content, right? I can deliver, success system and, mindset and tools and downloads. I can do all that. Well, God, couldn't I use that to create a training portal and have my people go in and watch videos and then go do hands-on work? Yeah, I can. And I have a whole bunch of them now. I have them for sales. I have them for services. I have them, for people that when they're coming through my sales process, we used to it used to be, oh, you got to send them this attachment and that attachment. No, I put them into a portal, which is basically a membership site, but they don't pay anything. They go in there and all the information's there. It's organized. I can load videos. And if you've never done it, go check out successsystemhub.com and sign up. We got a ton of free resources there for you. But that's where you'll be. You'll be in the back end of a membership site that's tied to all of our technology in one place. I talk about loyalty. You'll hear me talk about it endlessly. Okay. You have to be able to manage this. Do you have a simple system that's integrated with everything you do, with the data from the people that you're doing business with or want to do business with, that you can set these things up and communicate with them and have it be automatic? Their birthday. If you know their birthday, their birthday month. The first of every month, we send everybody a birthday card. Well, hey, if their birthday is on the 25th and they haven't come in by the 25th, well, why don't we send them a direct message on their birthday and remind them? And then if they haven't come in by the end of the month, hey, that offer is going to expire, send them another email. But you can track and measure all of these things. Birthday, anniversary, half birthday, right? You can manage a lot of data. One of the things that I taught the detailing industry, they always want to people want to interface and put car washing with valet. And I love it. Great idea. I've never seen it work well until now. Well, instead of if you own a detail business, instead of having the valet selling your wares because they're not engaged with it, why not just have a simple system that actually all they have to do is hand them a card, right? The card says, hey, would you like to get your car cleaned, while you're parked with us today? Valet doesn't have to say a word, right? Person looks at it, menu on the back, and it says, if so, text book to this number, or text whatever you want. You can change all the codes based on if say you're at Cisco and you're at the Cisco building, or if you're at the Embassy Suites Hotel, it can be text embassy to this number. That actually registers them, puts them into the bucket for people that are at the embassy, and all of a sudden it texts back to them and says, oh, great, and we have a bot that actually will talk to them, just like you see sometimes on you ever set up your own Facebook Messenger for your business. Well, we have that same technology inside, connected with our CRM and all of these tools. So all of a sudden they can ask questions. We can ask them a question and then it'll sort it out and pull it and get it into all the right places in the database. And then that sets off other things, and they're getting tagged and they're getting put into this campaign and into this workflow. So it's really, really wild technology that's available today that I want everybody to be thinking, if you don't have the things that I'm talking about, you need to call me. I will show you the way. So the another one, when you're talking about advocacy, is reviews. You cannot underestimate the importance of your reviews, but you have a system that works really well and easy to get them. And there's a couple, tricks, and you might hear, the Googles might tell you that you shouldn't do these types of things, but we have a system that's built that puts them to it to get their rate us, like Uber, right? It's hey, we finished your service, rate and pay. So they go and they rate, right? And maybe they rate a 3. A 3 in our world is actually good, right? It's the 1 to 5, 1 is like terrible, the middle is good, and then it's like, it was great and it was amazing. So, well, if they do a 4 or 5, it immediately flips them and says, oh, great, press a button and it'll copy, any comments that you have, and you can put it on Facebook or Google in 3 seconds. And boom, what happens is they do it. And then we also are getting feedback because, oh yeah, it was great. Susie did a great job. Right. And then all of a sudden they have the option to take that and just flip it right out there. Works like a charm. 3 or below, it's like, it sets off bells and whistles in our company. Like it's texting it, oh, we just got a 3, we got a 1, God forbid. Holy cow. You want to see the place light up, right? Everybody's phone, ding, 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 ding. So, those are tools that are built into the system. And now you can manage it and like, boom, you just got a 1-star review. You have their contact information. We have an app. I go into it, I hit it, I call them. When I call them, it records the call, right? So I get people calling. I can go back and listen. Every phone call that comes in or out is recorded, built into the system. So just, when you're thinking about your systems in your business, make sure that you can do all this stuff seamlessly, easily. Can you take your reviews and can you then repost them to other sites? Sure, you can like copy it, make a screenshot, do all that. I can do it with 1 button. I can respond in the system with 1 click. I can share it across many networks. If I get a good one, it's going everywhere. Ding, 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 ding. So these are things that are, when you have all this stuff integrated in your business and you can move, that's when you can really grow. So we talked about the funnel, right? I want to make sure that you're being seen, that you can be found, that you stand out, and at the end of the day, that you're able to do whatever you want as a business owner. We can help you achieve that. So are you interested in me telling you how we can help you? I'll assume we got a bunch of yeses. Okay, so you have a couple options, right? So 1, you can just ignore the fact that the world is changing and these things exist and you don't have them. You can just ignore it, right? It'll go away. You could always like weather the storm. So you can like kind of fight through it and you can stick to what you've been doing, communicate your value, make sure you have a presence, manage your reputation. Like at the very least, you should be doing that. That's like one of the better outcomes. But at the end of the day, I want to encourage you to engage and change with the times. Now is the time for you to double down and start to really grow your business in ways that you never even understood were possible. If you had all of the tools that I've talked about in your business and you could just get 10 more customers, would that change your life? Well, guess what? If you do it the way that I do, those 10 customers are going to become 20, then they're going to become 40, and they're going to become 80. So I'm telling you, 10 customers could change your life. And could you do it in such a way that does not change your life in adding more work, making things harder, more where you have to be doing it? So I guarantee you, if we do that, then we are focused on the same thing. We're talking about growing your business. So it's time to double down. So here's what we have at Success System Hub is all of this together, one comprehensive system. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. So it's got a gazillion things. Like it's almost retarded when I try to list it out. It's like just endless things that this system does. I'm going to show you some kind of overview, bigger picture ones, but you can see there, it connects to every different thing. It brings everything back into one place. But some of the basics, like, right, we got 2-way text and email all integrated. Google My Business messaging as well as Facebook messaging is all together, right? Web chat, if people are on your website, it comes in. It can track every call ever made in and out of your business. So you can tell if your customer service people are doing their job, what the workload is, when the calls come in, so you can see timing. All of those things are funneled through the system. Mixed call text back. I'm telling you, you want to increase your business, you want more customers, set up missed call text back is when somebody calls you, you're busy, it rolls over to voicemail or something, but it immediately texts them and says, hey, we realized we missed your call. I'll be back with you shortly. And you give them some links to some information so they can kind of feed their curiosity, because what happened is they called you and they missed, they're going to call the next guy on the list and they want it. Well, wow, you just got back to them without actually having to get back to them, and you gave them more resources and helped them. So that's one thing, little thing built into the system. Text to pay, we talked about payments, right? How about you can build your entire website? You want a funnel, right? Everybody talks about funnels and getting people down a funnel. We got funnels. You want a website? It can manage even your WordPress site, everything, right? So you want a faster, better WordPress site? Great. You want a website that you can build and do anything you want by dragging and dropping and sticking things in? We got it. It's in there. It's gonna be my thing. It's in there. Membership sites, right? You want to have a portal for training? It's in there. The cool thing is that it's built in such a way, and I'm going to show you like you can build workflows. So I'm a mind map type of person. I'm visual. Like this thing to me is like, okay, I can see that and I can understand it. Well, the cool thing is that the system has that inside of it. So you can actually build out your whole entire flow. They open the email, then we do this and we put them into another, and then they do this and we call them. We can do a voicemail drop. I can leave you a voicemail without your phone ever ringing. All of a sudden, you're like, oh, I didn't even realize missed call. You listen to it, hey, it's Jonathan, give me a call back, right? Like little things that just keep the wheels turning. Most people, they get a new lead or a potential customer, they follow up with them until they get busy and then it falls off. Imagine if you set them up, you put them into a system that followed up and kept up with them endlessly. Because the thing is that sometimes people aren't ready to buy at that moment. They're shopping, right? They're kicking tires, they're looking. But guess what? When they are ready to make that buying decision and you're the one guy that's kept up with them the most, or the girl, sorry, the guy, girl, you're the one that kept up with them the most. Guess what? When it comes time to make that decision, who are they going to go with? The guy that they haven't heard anything from, or the person that's been communicating with them and giving them added value and advice on other things? Like that person is going to win every time. You can't come into my office and sell me day one. But if you come back to my office every day for 2 weeks, the odds of me buying from you have really increased. Do you have the time to do that? Probably not. But what if you had a system that followed up and went to their office every single day? In many ways, like every way possible, you would have more business. So we have all these different kind of products and pieces. I'm going to walk through some of them. It's almost overwhelming, like I said, to think about, and even me communicating it. But the cool thing is the way the system's built, it is not overwhelming and it's got a real nice flow to it. And we actually build out a ton of stuff for you. So you can come in and say, oh, I want missed text callback. It's like, okay, boom, you have missed text callback. You can go and edit it a little bit. You can change things, whatever you want to do. That's up to you. But, all of those things, like we give you like loaded, appointments. You ever seen like Calendly? You want to book an appointment? I send you a link. You can go book on the calendar. Guess what? It's in the system and it happens in there. You just go in, connect your calendar, make sure the message is right that you want to say. Maybe you're more casual. Maybe you're more sophisticated. But that's up to you. But all of these things actually exist already. We give you them and then you can kind of tweak them. And then if you want to go berserko, custom-wise and build crazy workflows and funnels and things, guess what? You can do it all. And we'll help you with it. We'll tell you what we think and we'll talk you through it and help you build it the best. And we'll catch things that you didn't even think about. Oh, why don't you tag them there? So, next time you do this, it does this. So some of the baseline stuff for me is just the communication factor. Like if you're doing text and you're texting your customers from your phone, like that's got to be a pain in the ass. Imagine you can text from your computer with the email is right in front of you and the last two texts and everything that they've sent you, you can see it and you can respond and you can have templates that you can drop in and then you can change those a little bit and boom, like think about how much more efficient your communication is going to be. So the communication piece is hands down by itself some of the best stuff that I've ever seen. And I've been around a long time. I've been doing marketing for a long time. I've owned businesses for a long time. And I used to use a system called Infusionsoft. We used to call it Confusionsoft because it was so damn complicated that you could never get anything done in it. The beauty of this system is it was built off of years of understanding to make it easy. So all those things that used to be confusing back in the day because you had to like know the code basically is just now drag, drop, click, go. Listings. Oh my God, I can't talk enough about listings. There's hundreds of listing sites out there. And if your information's wrong, then people are getting confused and you're not getting to them. What if you were able to manage all of that in one place, one system, and it constantly is checking them? We have a whole listing success protocol that manages your listings and helps you keep them all consistent. And when everything's consistent like that, you get like more points with the Googles of the world and those folks, right? And that's important. So having the correct information out there on every site, and you know what it's like if you got to go in and change this one. Oh, now I got to go over here and change this one. Now I got to go over here and change that one. No. You change it in one place and it goes whoop to the world. So really, really cool features in there. And you can submit changes, you can update, you can monitor all in one system. Social success. So social media, always evolving, always changing, right? Like just to remember my logins and have to log in all these different things all the time would be a nightmare. Okay, if you know how many Facebook pages and groups and all these things that I have and we manage, it's like you couldn't do it. Well, what happens when you can get all of that into one place? So when I go and put a post, it doesn't just go to Facebook. It goes to Facebook. It goes to Instagram. It resizes it, puts it over to Google My Business. I can, that's the kind of ninja stuff. I can schedule things. I can build my customer base and I can do it all automatically. So I can have the whole schedule of events for the month ready to go. I can be just and I build it, I put it in and they go. And on that date, hey, Happy Independence Day. I didn't sit there and send that out on the 4th of July. That's all set up in advance. And that's the stuff that gives you back time and freedom. And when you can aggregate it, you can see it, you can see the results of it, you can make it better. Reputation. I talked to you guys about reviews, nothing more important than managing your reviews. Well, imagine you can do all that. You can do that ninja stuff I was talking about. You can respond. You can set up things so you know when you get a review. You know when you get a good review. You know when you get a bad review. You can have it text you. You can have it call you. You can have it email you. You can have a smoke signal sent, probably. Digital ads, okay? So a huge thing in the world today is pay-to-play marketing, ads. Imagine you can connect all of your ads, your messenger ads, your Instagram ads, your Google ads, your YouTube ads, Facebook ads, and everything is connected. So you can see, oh, that ad's kicking that ad's butt. Well, why don't we run that ad more? And what if that ad led them right into the system? But just by going and looking at your ad, they're now also tagged and pixeled and cookied and chased around the internet for the rest of their lives. Some bad-ass technology. Customer voice, that's really about the communication piece. But not only is it about that, it's really about like a conversation. So it's us being able to communicate to them while they're in the transaction phase or they're in the learning phase. Then they transact with us and then we go back and we want to keep them. Imagine that that's just really consistent and feels good. That's what we call customer voice. We've talked endlessly about reviews and stuff. Now, I want you to think about the workflows and things that I was talking about before. And I am the biggest proponent of what we call campaigns, sequential marketing, right? So day 1, this happens, day 2, this happens, day 3, this happens, day 4, we mail, day 5, we call, like that type of campaign where things are like rolling through from day to day to day to day. Well, imagine you could have all of these cool things set up into campaigns and you can generate them in a moment's notice. You can take one that you did, you can clone it in about 3 seconds and make a change. And now maybe that promotion you ran last month, you wanted to do again, but you wanted it to be different and you wanted to be tracked separately and all. Well, guess what? You clone it, make a couple changes and put that thing live and it goes. But it's all connected inside where your CRM is, where your marketing dashboard is, where your website and funnels and those pieces are, where you're communicating to your customers. It's all in one place on one screen. Opportunity manager. Okay. Anybody that does sales. So built in to the system, we built in pipeline, okay, like a pipeline tracking. And it's, so I look at sales as I have people that I don't know, they're suspects, right? And everybody out there is a suspect until they do something. Then they become a prospect. Well, if they do multiple things, they become a prospect too, okay? Then they do another thing and they've raised their hand now and they want to get on the phone. Now they're an opportunity. And at that point, I'm going to figure out, are we going to close or are they going to just stay there for a while, right? So imagine that you can actually have the entirety of your life cycle and the freedom formula, managing people through so you know where they are, but also you're able to adjust and edit those things so you can actually track a sales process. If you know anything about me, I do very high level sales stuff. So when I'm talking to people, it's millionaires and billionaires, and we're selling countries, we're selling cities in franchising. Well, I have to manage that. I got to get that person in. I have to learn as much as I can, and I got to start putting them through a process so I can get them to become, a customer for life, a client, a partner, an investor. All of those things we manage using this opportunity management. I'm going to show you more of that in a second. We talked about websites. How about landing pages? Just, you have a good promotion, you want to offer something, you want to land people with a very specific design in mind. Like these were built inside of the system. So, your look and feel, your colors, your header, footer, your URL, all of that stuff inside of one system. Not go over here to GoDaddy, go to Wix and do this guy, call my web developer. Like you can do all of that stuff in the one spot. So you're like, oh, I want to change that. You can change it. You can connect it to a form. That form is now all connected into the system. And all you got to do is go and say, oh, grab that form, put it here. And it does it. Drag, drop, image, boop. Super cool. The mixed call text pack I talked about a little bit earlier. It's amazing. It will absolutely increase your business. Forms, okay? Think about forms, surveys, those types of things. It used to be you'd have like some weird form designer thing. It's like, think a Survey Monkey, right? You got this like other system and like it's collecting the data and like it's okay, I got that. I asked a question, they answer the question. Well, what about when that data is integrated and working for you? So you fill out a form and you say you click something like, you want information about a specific thing, and it then goes and sends you that specific information. And then it also puts you in the category of, hey, they're interested in this stuff. So anything we got over here about that, like, let's get it to them. So that's what like the dynamics of the form and what you can do with it and custom fields and like anything you want, you can build it. And then we even have surveys, which like really can get jazzy in the sense of, people making decisions and answering questions so you can craft their experience with you. Huge. Okay. If nothing else in your life, you need to have metrics, right? The old dashboard concepts, right? You're not going to go racing down the highway without a speedometer and a gas gauge, I hope. Well, how do you run your business without numbers? Like you got to know, how many new people do I have? How many people paid me? How much money did we make today? Right? All of those things, like they matter. And then one of the cool things about us is we don't just provide you, software as a service. We teach you about business and help you analyze it. And we have a process called GROW, Goals, Reality, Opportunity, Way Forward. So we want you to have goals for your business and your life. We want to understand the reality towards them. We want to help you analyze all the multitude of opportunities that are out there, but you got to pick the right opportunities to become your way forward. Right? You can drown in a sea of opportunity if you pick the wrong ones. So imagine that you had somebody like me that can help you with that. You had like somebody looking over your shoulder saying, hey, that number is wrong. We need to work on that. Like imagine you had something like that, somebody in your ear that can help you and tell you when things aren't right or things can be better. Or how about this? We're just high-fiving because it's great. So a really important thing is, even though this is a super comprehensive solution, like more than most people could probably ever even need, but the reality is that like once you get it, you're like, and it's like if you drive a Hyundai and then somebody throws you the keys to a Ferrari, like you're going to want to put that thing through its paces, but you might want to like start slow at first. And then once you figure out how it handles, you're going to really hit the gas. The cool thing about our system is it literally is flexible. So like, no, you can't bend it like your computer, but you can move things around. You can change things. You can like put things where you want. You can add your own type of shortcuts. You can save your own list. Right? You can literally drag and drop things, right? Like that's a picture of the opportunity pipeline I was talking about. Well, hey, if I'm on the phone with that guy and I now feel that he's an opportunity, I can just go, whoop, drag him over. Like that's pretty cool stuff when you can just intuitively. You can grab it, move it. You can click on it, add a note. You can click on it and call them. You can, the system, right? You click on it and boom. See the little phone thing up there? Call right out of it. See the little thing with all the little, the lines with the thing? That's like all the things that are going on. You can click it. You can see all the activity in your business. You need help, you click the question mark, okay? But all of these things, so you have opportunities and then you have pipelines. You can customize them. You can have multiple. So it doesn't matter what business you're in. You know, I sell franchises. We have different pieces of business. So I can have different pipelines. I can have a franchise pipeline. I can have an owner pipeline. I can have all different things. I can build as many as I want, unlimited, which is cool. So, the big thing about having the data is if you can focus, we can help you reach your goals faster. So we want you to have access to the data. We want you to see it. We want you to be able to look at it in an instant. So we have a dashboard, quick, like, I'm on, right? You start your car and it's like, ooh, everything pops up. Good, then go and you can jump into the things that you want. You can work your way. So this is like a work operating system that even if you've been doing stuff in other systems, like our system is so flexible that you won't lose that. It's not like going from a PC to a Mac. That's like a serious learning curve. I did it. It's not like that. It's like, oh, that has, oh, my other system had that. Oh, wow, this system has it too. Oh, and it's got 6 other things that my other system didn't have. So more in like the views, you want to be able to look at things. If you like less data, you want less columns, you want more columns, you want your calendar, all of that stuff is in there and available to you, and you can view it and change it and get to it in a click. Everything's just like, and the cool thing is, as you start to use the system, it's getting intuitive. Our AI that's involved will actually start, like, it knows how to filter conversations. It knows that if somebody came in from Facebook, it pops them, and you know that they're a contact from Facebook. It'll put their information in. If they answer a question like, oh, what's your email? It'll take that information and put it into the system from Facebook over to here. So there's some really cool things. And our goal is to understand your business, help you get set up, and then figure out ways that we can automate it so you can do more in less time. We talked about all these other systems, right? Imagine you can get rid of like all of them, okay? Like almost everything. I still use Google, and because it's just different technology, right? I'm not going to build a spreadsheet in that system, even though I can get all the numbers and I can get the data, I can do it, but I'm not going to like do that type of work. I'm going to use Google Sheets, and we share Google Sheets off with other people, even outside of our organization, where I wouldn't necessarily put people like in my Ferrari, but I'd let them look at it from the outside. So the only other thing that I use, and we personally use, is we have Google as the main backbone for a lot of our systems. But I was able to get rid of a thing called Pipedrive. Pipedrive gone. CallRail, it's built so the system can actually, drip calls, and it can call people for you. You can set up call lists. So you can, like a burner, if you've ever heard of a burner, like a call burner, you're like, it just keeps calling back to back to back to back to back. It's got voicemail built in. It's got routing. So if you have a phone system, this thing can do everything that your phone system does. And this is like just a few examples of the hundreds of things that it gets rid of. You've got ClickFunnels, gone. You don't need it. Like this does everything that ClickFunnels does, plus 100 times more. You got Salesforce app, don't need it. You got anything else you can think of out there, your autoresponders, your this or that, don't need it. It's in there. So this is really, really cool when you can get it down to just one hub that you can work in and get massive results. And looking here, it's just a comparison of some of these other systems and what they cost. And ours is a fraction. It is the most economical thing that you're going to do. First, you're going to get rid of a bunch of stuff. So you're going to save money no matter what. And then the cost of it is a fraction of what these guys charge for these big old systems. That one I talked to you about before, Infusionsoft, that is now Keep, right? And there is no simple, cheap solution, and they don't do a fraction of the things. That chart on the side, all those things, ding, 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 that's what we offer. That's what's built into the system. So, FYS, this is a chance, right? We talked about how we can help you. This is a chance for you to fix your shit. That's what FYS stands for. So if you've been dealing with a lifetime of, I want to get things done, I can't get to it, I wish this took to this, like it's time to fix your shit. So I want to help you grow your business. My entire team wants to help you grow your business. The best way we can do that is to give you the tools that we use to grow our business. And that's exactly what we're proposing. We want you to help you operate and improve your business every single day. Well, how do we do that, Jonathan? We have packages, and depending on what level you're at, right? You got it, like a standard member comes packed. It's all the CRM stuff. It's all the communication stuff that we talked about. You're getting a ton of online marketing tools. We're going to give you Success System on top of it, which is just a ton of other great, useful tools, scripts, emails, all these kind of things that you need for your business and to operate at the level that like we operate. If you're a detailer, you're going to get Detailer Insider Secrets for free. If you're a restaurant, you're going to get Restaurant Success System for free. If you're anybody else, you're going to get Success Systems for free as part of it. You're going to get plugged into the marketing planner. The marketing planner by itself costs $97 a month, right? You get all of that. And you get a tool that manages the entirety of your business. So standard member, $197 a month, all of that stuff. The professional membership is all of that and more, right? Now it's got calendar functionality. It's got opportunities like we talked about. It's got all the website. It's got all the extra triggers and triggered links. So it's definitely like the better version. If I'm doing it, I'm not doing anything less than professional because I want that technology to be able to track and hunt people down. Now, ideally, I want to go and get the premium because now I can do all the forms, the funnels, the membership sites, right? So the membership sites alone, think about what you can do if you can build training portals for your internal, for external. You can have customer interaction sites, all of those things you can have and you can build through that. The whole entirety of the sales module. So everything I talked about, your ability to like really hunt and track and get it to email them, text them, call them, all of those things. The system actually calls me. I'll get a call and it says, oh, you have a hot lead, press 1 if you want to talk to them. I'm like, okay, hey, what are you doing? Oh my God, I was just checking out your website. Oh yeah, how about that? Well, who would have thought? So, that's where it's like you get a lot more on the premium side. And because we give you templates, campaigns, built, done, workflows, like really badass workflows that would take forever to design, but we've already taken forever to design them. You get like that whole thing. You get the Online Business Toolkit Pro. You actually get loyalty and rewards. So if you're a restaurant, there's no better option. Go premium. It's the best thing you can do. That thing will pay for itself in the first month, hands down for the year. Okay. And then we even have some done for you social media stuff. We'll actually give you a ton of things that you can post and we'll actually post for you. And the beauty is we're going to connect it to our system. So, we can do that and we can help you with it. And then you can do and post as much as you want. Those are kind of the differences in the packages. The best thing you can do right now for the first 10 people. So one, I think that our prices are too low. And when I get off the phone, I'm going to go talk to my sales team and tell them to raise them. Okay. But for this particular moment, I decided I'm going to give everybody $100 off. So you can take $100 off for the first 10 people. So if you go to successsystemhub.com, buy now. Pretty simple, right? You go there, you can take me up on that offer. You'll see the entirety of it. There's just way more than I even showed today, but I want you to understand it's all there. You have a ton of stuff. Might as well sign up for the premium. You'll actually get coaching calls with me, which is pretty cool. You want me to talk to you and help you with your business, you got to be a premium member. But hey, like I just gave you $100 off. So for $397 a month, you have everything you'll ever need for your business, and you'll have me in your corner pulling for you, as well as my entirety of my team and decades of experience, plus everything that I have from like how we've done every business we've ever done, you're going to get. I don't know. It sounds pretty reasonable to me. I wanted to make it so it's like you can't make an excuse. If you can't afford it and you can't justify going to get 1 or 2 new customers to pay for this, then I don't want you as a customer anyway. But hey, for those of you, the first 10 people to sign up, you go to the buy now. And then what's going to happen is if you get there after the 10th person signs up, the prices are going to be back to regular. So I would encourage anybody that's seeing this, go now, save yourself the $100 a month. And that's forever. It's like in perpetuity, you're going to save that $100. So, even if in the future you're at the one sit level and you want to go up, like you're still going to save $100 until such a time, like after this call, when I raise the prices. I'm kidding, half kidding. But anyway, go check it out. SuccessSystemHub.com, buy now. SuccessSystemHub.com/buy now. Get $100 off and become the most badass you can be in your business with the most badass company having your back. Go now, successsystemhub.com, buy now. And that's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Give me a shout, ask me questions, anything I can do to help. You can email me, Jonathan@mysuccesssystems.com. Send me a message, Jonathan@successsystemhub.com, Jonathan@anybusinessthatheowns.com. Feel free to reach out. I have a lot of great folks that work with me. They'll sort your messages, get them to me, and we'll help you every way we possibly can. But the thing to do now is go to successsystemhub.com/buy now. Take me up on this amazing offer and change your business and your life. There she is.